Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to the second semi-final. Whoever wins this one moves on to the finals. Is it going to be the fire-spitting Austro-Hungarians? Personally hope not. I hope actually that the United States is going to win with their Super Alaska, because with their armor piercing, they hit hard, and it is not necessarily as spammy as the Austro-Hungarians. But, let's see what the game decides. Austria-Hungary versus the United States. Here we go. Austria-Hungary with Erzherzog Friedrich, Elizabeth Petsneck, and Adria. Fire spammers, fire bugs, fire hoses, whatever you want to call them, these things are deadly. But their counterparts could be the Super Alaskas from the United States. These shells plunge through decks. They've done that time and time again. The only ship class they were not able to do that successfully against, or at least not well enough, was the British. So that means that while they, if they win this, will again come up against the British, they have made it to the semi-finals. I do believe this fleet's trying to form up in a line abreast formation, which I'm not sure is a good idea, but it would be interesting. When it comes to the ability to destroy the Austro-Hungarian ships, I think the Americans are the best candidates. Ooh. Their shells, they hurt a lot, and they arrive very frequently. Elizabeth Petsneck is probably about to receive her first couple of serious salvos. The first few are generally range finding, but after that, it becomes, yeah, that was pretty close, it becomes incredibly accurate. At which point, it's only a matter of time until these ships start taking serious damage. They have, when it comes to deck armor, 3-inch foredeck, 3-inch aft deck, and 4.3-inch main deck. So that's not really good news for the Austro-Hungarians, because that, yeah, there we go. It was actually not bad, because it was an overpen. Could have been a lot worse. And interestingly, the Austro-Hungarians, with armor piercing so far, have managed to destroy the funnel, or one of the funnels, of the American ship. I don't believe that this is going to really have any serious consequences. Destroying a funnel generally means that your engine efficiency is going to drop some. But if that's the worst that's going to happen... Yep, there we go. That's the American shell that I'm talking about. Main belt, partial pen, not doing a whole lot of damage, but a main 4-belt pen... Sorry, 4-belt pen. Not a main belt pen. 4-belt pen did do a lot of damage. And caused the Petsneck to start flooding. Another volley already closing in. And that's not looking like anything. That is. There we go. Overpen. So far, 1.9k damage done by the Austro-Hungarians, 1.4 by the Americans. I think both parties get incredibly dangerous with range, which is not something most nations can say. Especially, for example, when it comes to the Japanese. The Japanese design with their 18s, I believe, was better at range. When it comes to a ship like this, you want to get those guns accurate, you want to get them firing quickly, you want to get as many high explosive shells on target, so you close the distance. And that is not really what the Americans want to do, probably. Even though their 13-inch guns are pretty similar. I think they do better. Well, maybe not better, but their survival chances are probably better at range. And the Petsneck, there's another partial pen. Still really even, 2100 damage, 1800 damage, but the Petsneck has taken flooding and the American has not. There's another flooding. She's so far just getting mostly overpenned, so the armor isn't that substantial, or well, so strong that it takes the shell and either ricochets it or that the shell pens and explodes inside, causing substantial harm to the Elizabeth Petsneck over there. But it could have been a lot worse. Boink, ricochet. Now the Austro-Hungarians have that torpedo salvo potential. You can see them on the starboard side, they also have them on the port side. Oops, that was another big hit. And that, again, an overpen. No armor, best armor. Oh, More overpen and partial pen. It really is only a matter of time. There we go. Until the Americans actually do damage. And that was almost 500 and another close to 400. Petsnack starting to flood. Seriously starting to flood at this point. She's down to about 68%. The Americans really don't have that many blemishes on their ships yet. Austro-Hungarian, oh. The Austro-Hungarians have loaded the high explosive. We've seen something similar in the first semi-final, where the British were fighting the Chinese. In early game, the Chinese were doing really well, almost eliminating one of the Empress-class ships. And then the British got into range and started loading their high explosive. At which point they very quickly changed the scale of the battle. Or rather tipped the scales, I should say. And that led to the full destruction of the Chinese fleet very quickly. 2 of them got taken out real quick, and then the last one surrendered. Not just because it felt like it, but because it has lost a whole bunch of their crew. Petsnack turning around, trying to fall in behind the Adria, which means that temporarily the Austro-Hungarians don't have as much firepower. But so far, it doesn't really seem to matter, because the Americans are burning. Damage control parties must be really hard at work to try and stop the bleeding. There's another 5 fires set right there. 6 more. The Americans need to kill one of these ships. And they need to do it quickly, but it's probably not going to be the Petsnack. I personally wouldn't be shooting at that, because I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think it'll fire that accurately. The other ones will. I mean, if you look at the Petsnack, she has an accuracy, or planned accuracy of about 14%. Adria is looking at 65%. Ah, there she goes. I'm assuming this was the Super Alaska, but we might never know because identification is only 44%. They're still trying to take out the Petsnack, but I don't think it's a priority. Look at that, 6% chance to hit. Adria, 22%, because it's a new target. They're still trying to get the range. Once they have, that accuracy is gonna skyrocket. And a lot more high explosive shells will connect with the next of the American battlecruisers. Ooh. Destroyed the main tower and the funnel on the Petsnack. She's suffering, but I don't think she's the most dangerous ship here. It might be a blow to the Austro-Hungarian morale role-playing, if they're able to take the Petsnack out. Partial pens, overpen, full pen. Wait, are you back to AP? No, he's still firing HE. You nasty, nasty ships. 6 more fires set here. 11 fires. And this is what I mean. It's in the Americans' favor to stay at range. Because at range, more shells from the Austro-Hungarians will miss. And they might not even use armor piercing. Right now, that's exactly what the Americans are suffering from. They're taking too many hits, the fires are coming too fast, and the Austro-Hungarians, well, they're definitely taking damage, but all they have to do is overwhelm the American damage control parties. And they're very hard at work to accomplish just that. There she goes, that's another one. They did trade against the Erzherzog Friedrich, but it's only a bit of structural damage. The Elizabeth is no longer flooding. So she should be fine. Which means that the Americans only have 1 ship left, and it's already taken some damage. We're gonna need to see flash fires, turrets knocked out, I don't know, ammo detonations. That's what the Americans are going to need if they want to take out these ships quickly. Lacking that, they're gonna be in a rough spot. Erzherzog is reloading its guns or turning its turrets. There she goes. She's definitely taking a beating. And she seems to be able to mostly take the hits. As long as it doesn't last too long. Another full salvo. The Austro-Hungarian 3-inchers are not in range yet. The American secondaries are firing, but so far have done absolutely nothing. Look at that. The Austro-Hungarians have done 10k damage, and the Americans 18k, yet they seem to have 2 dead warships. The Austro-Hungarians have, well, one half dead, another crippled, and the third one perfectly healthy. She's taken exactly 67 damage. It's not that bad. Now, you could argue that maybe this was a foregone conclusion. The Austro-Hungarians and the British kind of deserve each other. They burn things down. So it's going to be a question of who's the better fire starter. Is it going to be the British? Is it going to be the Austro-Hungarians? I don't know. I think it might be the British. Ooh, it's another decent bunch of damage there. I think it might be the British that will take the win, but we'll have to wait until the finals. That's 5 more fires. Oh boy. Oh boy. Petsnack might go down, but really, she's not a threat. Her guns aren't even working anymore. She's listing so badly. And we'll probably never even see the names of these American ships, because they'll be all gone. Oh, there we go. We got Nebraska. Then this is Super Alaska, and this is, well, this is something else. But it's, well, it's not really gonna matter. There's another 3 fires, 4, 5. Look at that. It's just more fire than ship at this point. Petsnack down to 1% buoyancy. She'll go down. But the Americans are gonna go right after. There goes the Petsnack. Erzherzog badly flooded, but alive, and still dealing damage. The Americans are also approaching torpedo range. I have had some mishaps, shall we say, with torpedo launchers, i.e. they don't want to work. I'm not sure if the Austro-Hungarians are going to be suffering from the same fate here. What are you trying to hit? What the hell? There we go. Torpedoes away. The Erzherzog did launch the torpedoes, which is going to give the California even more to worry about. Now, are these sneaky torps? No, they're fast torps. They're 18-inch fast torps. Means they're not terribly deadly. The Americans have anti-torp 3. They also got hydro 3, so they should be able to see these things coming, but they're also under a lot of pressure. If the Americans lose their rudder, they're in a lot of trouble. Because they will start to take a lot of flooding. And crew loss. And structural integrity loss. It's going to be bad. For now, they're not even aware of the problem yet. Got 3 fires there. Credit where credit is due. The Nebraska's putting up a great fight. And if she's able to inflict a bit more flooding on the Erzherzog, she might be able to pull it off. No! Oh, there goes the California. There we go. Points to the Austro-Hungarians. The fires of hell have consumed a few more ships. But considering their performance, I think both the British and the Austro-Hungarian ships are going to join them in hell real soon. And so it is Austria-Hungary who goes on to the finals. Unfortunate. US put up a good fight, but they didn't do well enough. So now, Austria-Hungary versus the United Kingdom in the finals. Firebug versus Firebug, and we'll see who burns best. Place your bets down below in the comment section. Let me know, who do you think is going to win this tournament? And wins the Bismarck build with over 7,000 pieces from the block zone. We'll see in the next video. UK versus Hungary in the finals.